Hola, mis amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Lo siento. I was just talking to one of my friends in Spanish because that's one of the things I'm trying to do during this quarantine is learn other languages. One of them being Japanese. Um, and though I can't remember anything I'm learning in Japanese just yet. I'm using that application Duolingo. And one of them being Spanish, though I know a little bit of Spanish from high school. All right, I think we're good on all of our streaming platforms. Sorry about the delay, everybody. One of these days I'll actually be on time for you. I promise you. What do you think of the new name, The Quarantine Show? Rather than Mornings with Greg. Ooh, I gotta pull up my piano so that I can actually play for you. And there is no audio input. Oh wait, okay, we are getting a little bit of audio input. I'm gonna do a little bit of live troubleshooting here. Sorry guys, because I didn't prep the audio routing. You know, these complicated. There we go. Now it should be much better. Can you hear me all right? Oh, technology. Have any of you guys seen what's the movie where there's it's a family of really, really nerdy people, and one of them is the guy who he sings like, I love technology, something like that. Napoleon Dynamite. That's like, that show is so indicative of my childhood in several ways. Not all of the ways, but the nerdiness factor for sure. That has never changed. Sorry, society. So we got a couple fun things today. I've got my friend Oron Etkin, who I'm gonna call. Maybe he'll play a little something for you. So give me a little hello in the chat here. Talk a bit amongst yourselves. I need to make sure this chat's working. Say something then in there if you would. There we go. Brian Thompson says what's up. Okay, cool. So we got our Facebook chat working. We've got our YouTube chat, I think, working. And so yeah, a couple things today. Oron Etkin, we have a birthday. Excuse me. So yeah, I woke up a little late this morning, so the coffee is just taking its effect. I might be burping a little bit during the show, but that's fine because it's my show and I can do whatever I want. That's why it's so fun. I can drink whatever I want. If I was an alcoholic, I could get up and drink whatever type of whiskey I wanted in the morning, but I'm not, so I'm just drinking mushroom tea. Maybe one day, if I get really, really famous and then like, you know, go down that path of overindulgence and like all the things like the sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle, and just become this terrible addict to everything, then maybe I'll get up and have some like a gin in the morning or something like that. But for now, I'm an attempting vegetarian, working out daily, doing health routines, and drinking mushroom tea in the morning. I mean, it's actually mushroom cocoa. We have Tim Cowson on. We have Karen. Oh, hey, Karen. Great a friend and promoter in Europe. Let me pull up the Restream chat here so I can see what you guys are saying a little bit better. But yeah, so we have a birthday of someone who actually just tried to FaceTime call me, and we will do that in just a little bit. But we're gonna start with some other stuff. Maybe I'll play for you a little bit first. We got Andy Nebel and my dad. My dad is my biggest fan. He's been on literally every single morning. Love it. If everybody else leaves, you'll still be watching. I can alienate my entire audience. Uh-oh. I didn't close the door and there's a dog. That could be bad. Well, we'll see what happens. I might get attacked by a puppy. I just watched a video clip the other day that one of my friends in London, well, he's not in London, in Cumbria, posted of a video. I didn't realize it was still online. It was of me and Micaiah. Hey, what's up, Osiris? It was of me and Micaiah and Junius and Corey Wilkes playing at a club called Close Up 2 in Chicago that no longer exists. And I think we were playing Feel Like Making Love, or something like that. It was over 10 years ago. It must have been over 10 years ago. And man, I played like a bunch of stuff as an intro to it. It was like, I had some chops back then, but the ideas were not. Maybe I'll look back at myself now in 10 years and be like, man, I had some chops back then. Or maybe I didn't, because I haven't been practicing chops. I didn't have chops back then, and I didn't have ideas. This is my 10-year self looking back. We always, the more we discover about anything, whether it's art, whether it's martial arts or music, the more we realize how dumb we actually are. We have Aaron Mulder, Rob Fenton, man, some names I recognize here. This is great. Oh, I love it. So, one of the fun things that we can do is look at the internet together. I put out a little request on my Facebook for people to send me memes, and there were some nice ones that came through. So let me find that one. Well, you know what? Let's just look together. All right? Here we go. Here's my phone. Oh, that's not my phone yet. One second. Gotta screen mirror this. Screen mirror this shit. Yeah. Air server, baby. There we go. Boom. Now you can see my screen. Whoop. Don't look at everything. Oh, man. So, okay. And I hope nobody sends me text messages right now. Hey, David Bloom. Oh, man. I remember David from an entrepreneurship conference. Like, when I was in college. We met. Okay. So when I was in college, I started. It was a software startup. It was really a web technology startup that was in educational software, and it was all based in PHP. It was a cloud computing thing that was before cloud computing was this whole big thing. Man, it was a good idea. But we built the software and we went to these different entrepreneurship conferences. And I remember at this one, I literally hadn't slept all night. I don't know what the heck I was doing. I did that so much in college where I would just, for whatever reason, stay up all night and then go to something really important the next day. And I remember just trying to stay awake, and David was giving this great lecture on like how to become successful with a startup like that. And I remember like just holding my eyes open, trying so hard to keep my eyes open and looking at him, and I was like in the front row, and then he looked at me and he was like, "Why are you looking at me so weird?" And I remember thinking, sorry, I'm intense right now. I'm intense. I didn't say I hadn't slept, but That's another great thing about having my own show and being able to, like, not, like, being able to do whatever I want is, and also, you know, there are, like, comedians who are out at clubs and then they're, like, gauging the laughter of the crowd and trying to, like, you know, mold their jokes and stuff to be good. I don't even have to be good. This is amazing. I could just say whatever I want because there's no laugh track. I might build a laugh track if I, like, that would be great if I could press a button and then laughter would occur. I might do that. That would be even deeper into the narcissistic hole of entertainment or entertainers. Yeah, a laugh track and then maybe like a woo track so I could like play a lick and then like woo, you know, that would be cool. Rustlin had the idea for the woo button. I think we should do that, manufacture it. Especially in quarantine, it would be so relevant. It's like if you're practicing and nobody's there to woo for you, you know, if you're like, woo, right? That'd be the best. Rustlin, if you're watching, we need to do the woo button. We'll do it. We're gonna enterprise during this catastrophe. We're gonna profit off of the destruction of the world by building tools that people will want when they're home alone. Man, my hair sucks this morning. Do you ever get out of bed to do a morning show and just realize that you need to shower, but then not have time to shower? Or not make time to shower? That's really, we all have time for whatever. It's what we make time for. I really don't care. I could smell terrible right now. In fact, I do. Probably. We can't really smell ourselves, I think. But you can't tell. I could have not showered for days, and you'd have no inkling of that, except for my face would be much more greasy, I think. But I do have these cool lights that make it so that I'm like a little more washed out as far as like specific. You can't see my pores. It's really nice. If only we weren't in quarantine and I had money and then I could hire a makeup artist. Maybe that's why you should tip me. Somebody just commented that they don't like the COVID talk. I'm sorry. It's what we're going through right now, though. We're all in it. It's the quarantine show. We're all quarantined, but we're quarantined together because everybody's alone and we have the internet, which is kind of amazing. You know, porn stocks have gone way up. Well, I don't know if the stocks have gone up because I don't know if they're publicly traded. I haven't even looked into that. But I did see articles saying that the use of pornography is much, much higher over the past couple weeks. People have been quarantining. So, you know, if you want to try to invest or do a startup, there you go. How to piss off your listeners. Anyway, we were gonna do stuff. Oh look, that's pretty funny. You can see my like little notifications on Facebook now. But what I was gonna show you. Oh, I need to change that title. Damn it. Spencer, if you're watching, Spencer's my graphic designer. I need Spencer to help me. Oh, look, there's me. Oh, by the way, okay, so this post only has 3 shares right now. Everybody please share this post because that's the way that I'll keep doing it. It needs to grow. I'm doing sort of a 2-week experiment. If people actually like this and they want to watch it, whoa, that's so trippy. Look at that. There are 3 of me now. 4! It's a total, okay, this is going to keep going and going and going. If you look into the corner over there, I can poke myself. Okay, I'm distracting myself. If you share this post, I will keep doing it. Because what else are we going to do? but it needs to keep growing. So I'm trying to figure out. And yes, you know what, Pick and Stone, I agree with you. It's way worse than the flu, and people need to stop downplaying it. But it's not actually the politicians that are downplaying it. The politicians are doing fine now. They weren't at the beginning, very bad. But now everybody who's important or has influence tends to know that this is a catastrophe and it's really bad, and we're going to try to collectively fix it. It's only the really, really, really either just like super stubborn or ignorant or dumb people who are like, oh, what's all this COVID talk? I'm going to go and have my party anyway. It's the government trying to stop me, or it's blame like the Jews, or blame like the Russians, or blame like, the people who love to just pick whatever faction of society they wish were like evil so they could have some sort of scapegoat and then say like, it's them. When it's really all of us. Most things are all of us. Okay, Osiris, you know what? The president's taking it pretty seriously now. He's doing his best. He did a terrible job at prepping for this and made things a lot worse than they could have been. And this is one of the things that, whether or not you are in support or not of the current administration, this was a very bad job of handling a very bad situation. So everybody pretty much agrees on that on both sides, and this may very well cost him the next election. But now he's taking it seriously, and I think he realizes it. Now that we've talked politics and alienated all of our listeners, what do I need to? That's funny because I'm watching like a sort of delay in my listeners going up and down from like what I did 20 seconds ago. So I don't know if it's the playing or the talking that's keeping you. Maybe the combination thereof. Okay, or maybe it's just me goofing off that is making you go away. But I did a post where I asked people to post memes for me. So let's go and look for the memes. It's on here somewhere. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. No, I think I missed it. Here, let's go here. I just saw... Hey, Oron's on. Oh, great. Oron shared us. I'm going to call him in just a little bit. But I really want to show you these memes. So we got stuff about my new single. By the way, look up No Rest for the Weary. That's the new single that's out. I think I have to just keep accompanying myself. Domi and JD Beck. Love those guys. There's my post about watching the Justin Bieber thing. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna give up on the memes. I don't know, maybe one more look through here. No rest. Things. Here we go. Here's memes. It was right there. Okay. This is good. I like this one. Neighbor's house got TP'd last night. Now it's listed on Zillow for $12.5 million. That's pretty good. Everybody have enough toilet paper? You guys good? Raise your hand if you have enough toilet paper to last you through what might be the apocalypse. It's insane seeing... I saw photos of people with like shopping carts full of toilet paper. You must have serious stomach problems if you need that much toilet paper. Like, this is not going to last more than, let's say, like 6 months, right? Like, you don't need to prepare for more than 6 months. How much toilet paper do you use in 6 months? If you go to the bathroom let's just say twice a day, right? You're eating your fiber, you're going to the bathroom twice a day. You use maybe like, let's just say you go through maybe 10 pieces of toilet paper. Okay? It's a good amount of toilet paper. Doing the math, just off the top of my head, I don't even know how many pieces of toilet paper are in those rolls, but you're not going to go through like that many shopping carts full of toilet paper in the next 6 months. I think. I don't really know. Okay, so yeah, now before I call Oron, I'm gonna give a quick birthday call. Michael or Mikkel, I don't know how you say that. One of my friends and fans in Belgium, I think it's in Belgium. It's his son's birthday right now. So why don't you give me a call on Facebook, or maybe here I can call you using the Facebook thing. Gotta go to messages. There you are. Here, video chat. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy birthday. How old are you turning?
11.
11. And where are you guys right now?
Messages.
We're from Belgium.
You're in Belgium right now. All right. So these are our friends from Belgium. We're gonna sing a happy birthday. What's your name?
Vel.
Vel? How do you say it? Vel?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, Vel. Happy birthday to Vel. Here we go. Ready? Everybody sing along. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vel from Belgium. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Have a great day out there.
Thanks.
That was Vel from Belgium. I actually don't know exactly if that was the right way of saying that. Oh, Phil. Phil, duh. From my friend and fan Michael, who reached out and asked me to sing his son a happy birthday. So I told him to call on my show and I would sing him a happy birthday there. Oh, look, hey, the little notifications are working. Oh God, that's too tiny. So, okay, followers now will see this little, when you follow, you'll see this little guy. I have to change these memes, but somebody just followed and then made this little, like, zombie guy move there, which is pretty fun. I have all sorts of notifications that you'll get now when you do things with the stream, like follow or like or share. On Facebook, it should be liking and sharing. And Sam's daughter Joliet wants to be on the show. We've had one child on the show already today, Sam, so maybe next time. But now I'm gonna call her on, and we're gonna, let's look up. Actually, I wonder if I could just do it like this. FaceTime Oron Etkin.
Making a FaceTime call to Oron Etkin.
I'm gonna get my headphones. Oh, here they are. There we go.
Hello.
What's up, Oron?
How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Great. Good to see you. Let me get my earphones on.
Cool.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Oron is an incredible clarinet player and, among other many horns, and composer entrepreneur, has a child music education system called Timbaloo that helps kids all over the world to learn all sorts of things about life, but through music. It's really cool, and I've participated in it and helped out. So what's up, Oron? How are you doing out there? You're in New York right now?
Yep, Brooklyn, New York.
How is it in New York? What's the vibe out there?
It's not great. The medical staff is very overworked, and it's getting to be. They're projecting that it's going to get more and more intense in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of shortages and stuff like that. But my girlfriend works at Mount Sinai at a research lab, and she's very
really
involved with that whole scene, what's going on there. But otherwise, people are staying home, which they should be, to try to minimize the whole situation. And people are staying home, and a lot of people making good music, good art, good food, spending time with their loved ones. So there's a lot of positive things coming out as a result of this as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a huge catastrophe, but the things that would never have come out of this are interesting to see. Like I've seen my family more over the past week than I think I've seen them in like the past half a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've been doing family Zoom meetings and everything, and stuff like that.
I think it gives everybody a chance to kind of stop for a second and rethink about what's important.
Yeah,
so
I agree. It gives us a chance to be meditative. I've also been reading more and working more on like the morning routine, different types of things like affirmations and visualizations and the things that help us sort of center ourselves around the life that we want to create for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And the more that we're centered, the more we can support each other. Now
let me ask you something. What's with that shirt? That's an awesome, really crazy, bright colored shirt. First of all, you're wearing it in quarantine. Did you get dressed up for my podcast? I think you did.
Oh,
that's really sweet of you.
Gear.
Is it? I love it.
Super
It looks
comfortable.
like a brand new shirt. Where did you get that?
I got this in Brazil. Yeah, in Sao Paulo.
When?
Yep. I was down there just a few weeks ago, in middle of February.
Oh wow! What were you out there for?
Right during Carnival time.
Oh man. That's cool. I've never been to anywhere that actually celebrated Carnival during Carnival time, and I feel like that would be the craziest, most fun thing.
It was amazing. And last year I went, my girlfriend and I went to Recife for Carnival, which is in the northeast of Brazil.
Man.
And that's there. The tradition is like really deep. They have a kind of music called maracatu and frevo, which are very Afro-Brazilian rhythms, and the music is in the streets. Everybody feels very connected to the tradition. So it doesn't feel like a performance. It's very, grounded with the community.
How cool! Were you going out there just to vacation, or like?
This time I was making a recording. I have a series that I'm going to start next month. Actually, in 2 weeks, the first single drops on April 17th. It's a series of recordings I did around the world.
Oh, you told me about that. I remember hearing about this. I'm excited for that. There was one that you showed me with a guitar, an old guitar player guy, who was singing as well. That was just so beautiful. Who was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, Danilo Caymmi.
Danilo Caymmi.
Okay. Great singer from Brazil. From Rio. So we recorded. That's going to be the first single.
Okay.
And there's one where he's playing two flutes at the same time as well.
Nice.
And so that's going to drop April 17th. So we're going to do two tracks from Rio, some stuff I recorded in Czech Republic, some stuff in Zimbabwe, in Paris. So different kind of collaborations.
Well, send me that. Send me that when you drop it, because I'll feature it on the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful. Yeah.
Do you have your horn with you? Can you
I do. Yeah.
Can you play me a little bit?
I have my bass clarinet
Ooh.
and my clarinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And my
you know,
tenor's upstairs.
you know what I've discovered is through these things. Well, you play a little bit, but I might join you a little bit because we can't really play anything in time, but we can sort of vibe out harmonically and create landscapes and melodic ideas with like a little bit of delayed interaction. You know.
Yeah.
So
We'll compose it spontaneously for the medium.
yeah.
Given
Totally.
the delay will be part of the music.
Totally. So play something for the people. Let's hear that beautiful instrument.
Yeah. Let me know if the sound's coming in all right, because I guess it's probably going to be picked up by my
Okay.
mic. Let me know if it.
This is a bass clarinet, everybody. For those of you who don't know, this is the star of the Well, what's bass clarinet featured in? There's a bunch of like Miles Davis recordings that bass clarinet's featured in. I was about to say the Rite of Spring, but that's bassoon, right?
Bassoon starts off the Rite of Spring, yeah.
Okay, what is bass clarinet featured in? There must be a cool piece or something.
Well, I mean, Eric Dolphy is kind of he did a lot of great stuff. You know?
Yeah, anything Eric Dolphy.
And then Bitches Brew is the Miles album that everybody kind of, the first one with bass clarinet with Benny Maupin playing.
Yeah, Benny Maupin.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Can you hear me?
I hear you clicking on some keys, but I don't hear any of the sound.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you know why? Because
Is it
that's funny. Cause okay,
Facebook, through the feed?
yeah. Let me I'll put it through my monitor a little bit. I think
Okay.
here. Okay, say something. I just want to make sure that what's going through my monitor out
Okay.
here is not
Check.
the. Can you hear the piano now?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if this works.
There we go.
trying to work through the lags. That's actually really cool. It worked in a weird way. I'm not. Yeah, it works in a really weird way. Trying to like hit because the syncopation is definitely like snap with me. Like if I'm 2, 3, 4, there's no way that it's actually on the same 1, 2, 3. I do. It is lining up. Your visuals are not lining up. A little bit, yeah. Very interesting. That's kind of cool. But is it? Wait. All right. Clap on beat. I'll clap on 1. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what it. So it's exactly. Well, in what we were just playing, it's exactly 1 beat behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
Really?
Isn't that weird?
I saw you at the same time.
I heard
I'm
you,
matching to you. So
2 beats after me.
Oh, really?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I heard you 2 beats after me.
Really? So when we're on 2 and 4, we're together.
Yeah, that's so funny. Depending on what tempo we're playing at. But that was cool. That was fun. Yeah, man.
The key is to find the tempo of the lag.
Yeah.
And then just playing that tempo.
Weird times we're living in. Anyway,
I also was hearing myself back through you.
Oh, okay.
So I was playing
with the loop of your own.
Self,
Wow.
with what I used to be.
Oh, that's a very philosophical thing happening there. Any
Find what I will be.
any final words you wanna tell the listeners before I let you go here?
Well, I'm actually doing a live stream for children. Every day at 4 p.m. New York time, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
That's
on
cool.
the Timbalulu Facebook page and Timbalulu Instagram page.
So how do you spell that, just for those who don't necessarily know?
Timbalulu, Timbaloo.
Cool. So yeah, look up if you have kids, look up Timbalulu because it's really cool. It's something I'd highly recommend. Yeah, that thing is going to be so important during this quarantine because people have no idea what to do with their kids right now.
Yeah.
It's like kids are home, they're out of school, parents are like, I've talked to friends of mine who have kids and they're like, oh my God, this is like the apocalypse times 2. Trying to figure out what to do with kids for 12 hours a day.
Exactly. And there's something about music that centers us all and grounds us. And, I think for kids, that's really important.
Absolutely.
They sense anxiety.
Yeah.
So they also have to have some groundedness. And we've been doing some Herbie Hancock, Tito Puente.
Nice.
We did Joe Beam. We did Mahalia Jackson, Dizzy Gillespie. So, they feel this groove. Kids got a groove,
Yeah. Oh, so people are asking us to write it down. I have this. I can type a message that goes out to all the platforms. So I'm just going to type it. So it's Timba, Timbaloo.
Yep, Timbalulu.
Is that like .com or?
There's a Timbalulu.com and it's also Facebook page and an Instagram page.
Okay, I'm just going to say look up Timbalulu to find Oron's stream. There.
Yep.
And that
We're
should go
doing
out.
a free live stream every day, 4 p.m. New York, 1 p.m. Pacific.
Cool. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, man. Well, thanks for joining me on this show. It's great to see you. Great to hear
Thank you.
about the New York vibes during this crazy time. And, and hopefully I'll have you
Stay
back.
there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, and I'll send you the video before it drops on.
Oh yeah,
17th
please do. Please
from
do.
Brazil.
We'll do a live premiere here.
Cool.
All right, man. Well,
Awesome.
catch you later.
See you
Have a
soon.
good day out on the East Coast. Peace.
Thanks. See you. Ciao.
All right. That was fun. Oron Etkin, everyone. So the Facebook interface works apparently. That's nice. these anymore. Stupid headphones. What did they ever do for me? Now, another thing. Ooh, in fact, I'll show you it here. So for those of you who don't know about it yet, there's a there's a I gotta make a regular share prompt or something on there. If you could share this stream for those of you who haven't shared it yet, and I'm going to go onto here's my Greg Spiro page. I'm gonna go onto the phone. And we're gonna check out this video. There it is. So this video, if you could go to the Greg Spiro page and check this out, because
You say rest
it's
when I am weary.
it's a song that I'm releasing for healthcare workers. All the proceeds from the track. Here, I'm gonna turn it down for a minute.
But I can't wait.
It came out on Monday. It's actually doing all right. I'll show you the stats in a minute, but this came out on Monday, and all the proceeds from the sale and streaming of the song are going to support healthcare workers. And the video itself, there are actually several others that are going to come out over the coming weeks of videos built to draw attention to the fact that we need to support healthcare workers, and that will point to some charities that are very important during this time. Because if there's one thing that we can all do, it's support our healthcare professionals in the US and in the rest of the world, because they're the ones who are going to be saving our lives during this pandemic. This is essentially a war against an invisible enemy that's a virus. It's like a little alien that came up from natural evolution of human beings being really dumb and unsanitary conditions, and allowing for a virus to leap from a bat to a human through probably other animals. And so essentially it's a problem that we created, and it's a problem that we're going to have to solve and figure out. And this is one of the ways that I, being a part of the human race, am attempting to contribute a little bit to the solution. So let's go back and let's just check out this. I'll play it for you at full volume.
You say rest when I am weary, and you say it'll be alright. But I can't wait until the morning, and I know sleep won't come tonight. You and I, we need to do this, and in the end
Hey, it's Sput.
we'll be okay. But there's no rest for the weary. We'll just push on to a brand new day. Do your best to keep your head up. Don't let them know your pain. Time will pass, it will move quickly. Life will be easy once again. Could have never seen this coming, but we have to make it right. Just hold hope for the morning as we're traveling through the night.
anyway, that was that. That was the. That's No Rest for the Weary. By the way, Robert Sput Seawright commented, and I can't see comments right now for some reason. It's a little intermittent the way that comments come through. So I'm going to just go to the Facebook page real quick and see what is actually being said here. There we go. Okay, don't need to have it play. But yeah, so Sput's on here. Maybe should I see if I can get him on? And for those of you who don't know, Robert Sput Seawright was a founding member of Snarky Puppy. He now has a band called Ghost Note that is doing very well. I've seen him all over the world on tour. And he's a major leader in the music community and especially in the drum community. It's like if there's a drummer, they'll know Sput. If a drummer is serious, they know Sput Seawright. Sput has become a good friend in the adventures and trials and tribulations of the music world. And it's almost 9 o'clock, so I want to end the show pretty soon. But let's see if we can get Sput on here. Let's ask Siri. Siri, FaceTime Sput Seawright.
Making a FaceTime call to Sput Seawright.
Let's see if he picks up. I don't know if he will, because I didn't actually get his permission to FaceTime him yet. But he sees that he's watching the show, so. What up, Sput?
What up, man?
How you doing? You picked up. I'm glad. I must be important or something.
Dude, are you?
Yeah, we're live streaming right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm seeing it on the delay. What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm just, chilling, doing this live stream. How are you? We're live to the internet. We don't have a ton of followers. I think there are 24 people watching right now. But
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you staying? You're staying out in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm in my place in Dallas. I'm
Okay.
in my place in Dallas, and I kind of commute back and forth. So.
Yeah, but how are you? You can't commute back and forth right now.
No, I'm just here.
Man, what have you been doing to pass the time during quarantine?
Yeah, because my family is here, so I thought it'd be better to be with my family, my kids and stuff.
That's beautiful,
So I've been
man.
doing that. But I haven't had to go to the stores and like pull out some stuff
You
from my old studio and stuff, like just to have a workspace here,
Yeah. What sort of workspace have you set up there? You got a drum kit and you got production stuff.
Yeah, I got like a couple drum kits here.
Oh, nice.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
And I just a little small of workspace.
Oh
like
yeah.
Neve and all kind of stuff
Dope.
that I'm just piecing this stuff together. I got 2 weeks with Lunchbox so that I can have like an outboard source of preamps.
Okay.
But so I can still record drums and stuff. But other
Nice.
than that, man, it's just me just trying to still be active, be
Mhm.
proactive and work, while we're quarantined.
Yeah, man. What have you been working on? Any new music?
But really, just really getting a chance to like finish up things that I probably would have never been able to do if I was on tour. I was supposed to be on tour right now, so
Yeah.
I'm able now to like dive into stuff that I wasn't gonna be able to get to,
Hmm.
and so that's kind of cool. And also just to be able to kind of like pull things off shelves off the shelf stuff, ideas that was birthed and never did anything with. I can now revisit the idea of completing stuff. Just a lot of time to do all of the things that you like desire to do, but just couldn't get to. You can do it now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. I know I've been that with that same vibe, except for me it's been more on the tech side. I've been setting up this whole live stream situation. And it's given me the chance to build some stuff that I would have never even tried to build in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it's discovery. This is discovery zone.
Yeah.
Discovery mode.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, and that's cool. I think in the end we're gonna learn a great deal from it because coming on the other side of this, it's gonna be mad different. It's not gonna be the same. So,
Yeah, I know.
So just to be able to have taking this time and kind of learn a new craft or learn something else about technology and stuff like that is gonna go a long way. Because if this happens again, everybody will be a little bit more prepared or a little bit more savvy on how to still maneuver.
Yeah, I know, man. It's changing a lot of things. It's making us develop in certain directions that we would have never tried to develop in before.
Yeah, and I was talking to. I mean, I've been doing. I did a couple of lives in the last 2 days, sharing a live with a couple of guys, and just it's interesting to hear everybody's take on um, how to make money right now as an artist or a musician, and it's just interesting to hear. I've talked to a couple of companies. They was like, well, they was basically saying that everybody but musicians are discounting. I mean, only people that are discounting their work or their product are musicians.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, the thing is, a lot of people aren't able to eat. If you have an in-person service, you can't do your service anymore. That's the thing, right? And for musicians, it's mostly an in-person service. So we can't provide the experience, which is the live experience. Like people go to a Ghost Note show and they get that live experience of being in a room with a ton of people packed in and like jumping up and down and going crazy for the music. We can't give that experience to people anymore. So the question is, what experience can we give to people? And there's this interactive experience that we're working on, but it's just a baby. It's like a new industry that we're creating, and figuring out how to monetize it. Like restaurants, they're discounting. They're like the delivery services are discounting their delivery stuff. Like I bought something yesterday, and there was a big discount on it because the delivery services are competing to get more business now during this time when nobody really has business. And musicians, we just can't provide that service anymore. So like the original service that we were providing, the good thing is we can provide information sharing, which that's what this is. This is information of data digitally, like over the web. And so the real question becomes, how do you monetize it? For me, so if you on this stream, there's a tip page, like a tip jar at gregspiro.live where people can go in, and if they donate any amount on there, then it comes up with a little thing with their name on the screen. Nobody's done it yet on this stream, but I also haven't talked about it yet. I just set it up yesterday. But that's like a way that we can monetize is by creating attention, creating people, like creating audiences by giving value to people digitally, and then asking for something in exchange for that, and then giving something in exchange for that when they give. Now, so from your perspective, it's like if you work on this music, well, you and I could as artists that have some sort of fan base, we can be putting out music like weekly and creating. I think this will give us a chance to if we can figure out how to monetize the music that we're putting out in a purely digital format, then we can make a big difference in the
Yeah.
possibilities that we have.
Well, it's a tricky thing though, because it's like it's kind of weird trying to get money from people right now in this time period. On one hand, and on the other hand, you kind of need to do that to survive.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there are
So
no
it's
bailouts
yeah,
for artists. That's the thing. I mean, there are like little ones. There are some companies that are trying to get money to give out to artists who are out of work right now, which I'm trying to help. One of them, is called Equal Sound. We've been talking about collaborating on some stuff, but for the most part, the bailouts are focused on industry, on companies, airlines, and the big visible things. It's not focused on like artists who are out of work right now. We're entrepreneurs, so we didn't even have a job to get fired from. So there's no like severance pay.
but we and yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I was thinking about the companies, man. Thinking about some of the companies not going to come back from there.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, did you freeze? Oh, you wait. Say that again. The connection cut out a little bit. Some of the companies, what?
I was thinking about some of the companies. They're not. Some of the companies aren't going to come back from this.
Oh yeah, tons of restaurants are gonna close.
I'm talking about some of our companies, like our music companies, like drum. A lot of the drum companies, keyboard companies, guitar amp companies, bass guitar companies, instruments as a whole. This is gonna take some of those companies out,
Yeah.
and it's a real surreal, sad thing, you know. So I think it's a rough thing. It's a rough time for everybody, and you just gotta remember. I was talking to a couple of my reps, and he was like, "Man, we had to get rid of 90% of our employees. There's like 10 people working in the office," and I'm like, "What? This is $1 million company." You know, and I'm like, man, you know, so it's like it gets real after you start hearing stuff like that. You know, it's like, man, some drumstick companies aren't gonna make it on the other side, you know, and some keyboard companies. Like,
Yeah.
and so that kind of gives a realistic perspective of how serious this is. You know, like basically everything has been put on pause now. As musicians and creators, we have an opportunity to, from an artistic side, to get ahead of the curve. Like everything has been stopped, so that you can kind of move ahead, you know, and we can still work if we obviously have the equipment and the resource to move forward musically in our creativities and stuff.
Well,
like
we have
that.
to be
But
creative and entrepreneurial in it. We have to figure out those ways because there are new. It's new. It's this thing where like we don't really know yet, but we're discovering it. Every moment we're discovering it.
yeah, but everything makes sense though. I mean, like it's new, but I mean, it's not really that hard. I think the software is what needs to be implemented in it. It's not really hard to figure out mentally how to move, but I think whatever software, there has to be an app that's created for us to do some of the things that we're trying to do. Like I think that's going to be the new wave. Like there's got to be an app that allows us to record and make music spontaneously without a latency thing.
Yeah, I know.
From two different areas, two different places at one time. So
I think
that's going to be the new way.
Oh yeah, somebody's going to make that because everybody's talking about that as a big need right now. Some compression format where you can where it can travel through the bandwidth that we have without latency, or with at least like, you know, enough a low enough latency for us to be able to interact in a basic musical way.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been in a studio before where I've done that, where I've tracked with a bass player in the studio from another country.
And it worked.
And yeah, it worked. I mean, it was a little weird, but it did work.
Interesting. So it exists. It's just not consumer level yet.
Yeah, and that was years ago. So I don't think we're too far off technology wise.
Okay. Well,
from
I'm gonna keep an eye out for that for sure. I don't want to put you on the spot too much right now. At some point, I want to have you play some drums for the people. I know you got your setup there, so maybe if you don't want to now, we can arrange it for a future live stream.
Yeah, definitely would do it. I mean, I would rather like this call be on my laptop where I can have everything going through the system.
Oh, nice. So you have it hooked up so you can actually FaceTime. You can send audio to your FaceTime through your laptop and then send it out.
Yeah.
Oh, killing. Yeah. All right. Next time we're gonna set that
up.
up.
I am. You know what? I'm interested in how you have all of these things going through one feed, like your cell phone.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going through my cell phone. So I'll give you a brief rundown of how this is connected. I have the cell phone is hooked up through a thing called I can't remember what it's called, but it's an application that wirelessly transmits the cell phone's everything to the computer. Okay, and then that is transmitted through an internal, like, really weird open source rigging that takes that audio feed and sends it into open broadcast software. And open broadcast software, which is another weird open source thing that's kind of complicated, sends it out to the internet. Now at the same time, Ableton is taking in the piano and the microphone, compressing it and sending that through a different weird open source software into OBS, which is the open broadcast software. And OBS is mixing those two and sending it to a thing called Restream, which is sending it out to 7 of my social channels. And then that is going out, that goes out to the world. So yeah, it's complicated. It took me like a week to put together, man. This shit is challenging. But I'd be happy to show you more in depth about like how to hook that stuff up if you're curious.
And then you got all the cameras. You got all the camera angles.
Yeah. I've got one above, one to the side, and then my laptop looking at me from the front.
It's like so many. Yeah, you got like dispatch going on over there.
I know, man. Do you want it here? I'll show you real quick. If I take my phone out of its holder here, I can actually show you the setup. Flip the camera. So it's this whole rig right there. With the camera above me and to the side and all that. Yeah, so it's a whole dispatch. Built my spaceship.
Cool,
how do I
man.
get back?
That's amazing, man. Like you're a genius, bro. Like you're a genius.
Thanks, man. Just trying to figure this shit out. You're man.
But I also think it's cool that you did that song.
Oh, the No Rest for the Weary song.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That was it was a track I had recorded a long time ago, and I just hadn't put it out yet. So this felt like the time and the place to put it out. I bet. Are you gonna put out some stuff? Like, I want some stuff to come from you over this next week or two. Like, we got to hear some either Sput Seawright solo stuff or some new Ghost Note shit. Like.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like all of the stuff that I've been wanting to do on my own, like personal stuff, it's gonna come out, and I'm gonna finish it. And that's the opportunity that I have now to go back and get all this stuff and then finish it.
Brilliant. Well, let me know because I'll premiere the stuff on the channel, and I want you to come back and play some for the people next time we talk.
Yeah. I definitely will. I'll be set up to do that too. So yeah.
Okay, brilliant. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for having this conversation with me and all the folks watching. The Sput Seawright, everybody, check out his band Ghost Note. watch for the new music coming out from Sput as well. Is there a website address or something?
Doing, man. It's just right now. It's just my social media pages. You know, I got a fan account with Ghost Note, and that's probably where everything's gonna be channeled through.
Okay, cool.
But no, pretty much that's what it is. Either there or my record label, RSVP, has a website. So,
Okay, great.
So we'll figure out which entity. But yeah, man, thanks for what you're doing, man. This is really helpful and really needed. So.
Well, thank you for joining me, man.
No problem, man.
Talk to you
Take
soon.
care.
Peace. All right. Well, it's about that time, everybody. It's about time to say goodbye. If anybody... Take that off now. If anybody has any interest in helping out the cause here, you can go to gregspiro.live and make a donation or a tip. And if you do that, if you do it right now before I end the live stream, it'll show up in the center of the screen there, and you can write a message to the people. So I encourage you to try that out if you are so inclined. To try that functionality too, see if it actually works. I think it does. I tested it. Yeah, and it should. I've got my alerts thing there, so it should all come up. Should I play a song for you guys to close out here? I think the restream chat might be messing up, so let me just go and take a quick look at Facebook here. Oh yeah, actually, my dad just typed that in the chat. I think I'll do that too. Tip at www.gregspiro.live. I'm gonna make it so it automatically says that stuff. That's actually a really good idea. It's a thing called Chatbot that I haven't set up yet. I'll set that up after this live stream. I'll make a quick note to myself to do that. Notes to do. Set up Chatbot. Cool. Hey, it says Dad just tipped $5. Hey, look at that. See? There's the guy. Dad just donated $5. Woo! Thanks, Dad. That's kind of cool. Thank you. Peter Spiro, everyone. Alright, so since you tipped, you got a request. Do you have a request for a specific song before I close out this live stream? Song my mom always used to play, like, is it? I think it's the same. Oh wait, it goes to there, right? I wonder if my mom's watching right now. Yep, exactly, skating. I can't remember where it goes. It's like... something like that. But okay, my dad requested something by Miles Davis. So there's actually a song that I did. I can put my headphones on for this one because I want to hear it. But there's a song called So What that goes like this. And then there's also a Radiohead song that goes... But on an album that I released it a long time ago, and then I took it offline, so it doesn't actually exist anywhere anymore. I'll probably re-release it through Rope-A-Dope Records at some point. There's an improvisation that we did on So What and Everything in Its Right Place with Junius Paul, Makayim Craven, and Corey Wilkes, and it's it kind of combines those two. So maybe I'll do that. Thanks, guys. Oh, Mika, your tip didn't pop up. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna have to figure that out and fix that. There's definitely something wrong. Thank you for letting me know that the tip little GIF thing didn't show up. I'm sorry if anybody else did a tip and it didn't pop up. But Mika, thank you very much for tipping. It's Mika Ella. Is that how you say it? Is that the right way? Mika, do you have a request of what is that? Oh, yeah, these things. Ha 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 ha. Well, Mika, let me know if you have a request. I'll play something for you before I get off here. Gabriel says, do you remember the version of Love Yourself with Halsey a few years ago? Would you make a tutorial of that chord progression tomorrow if I tipped for it? Absolutely, you got it. Hey, look at that. Woo! Audrey Dempsey, I'm assuming that is, just tipped $5 and it came up. So thank you very much, Audrey. Brilliant. Mika, let's see if yours comes up. Yeah, cool. All right, Gabriel. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. And so stay tuned for tomorrow, everybody. We will be going through. So for those of you who don't know, you guys probably are familiar with the fact that I toured with Halsey for 3 years, and we did all these late night TV shows and radio shows and things. And there was one radio show where, and by the way, one of the things I would do constantly in that group was try to make them put out try to put depth into the music that we were putting out, where in whatever context it was. So one of the ways I did that on oh, you say no, don't go. I'm only supposed to go till 9. This is technically from 8 to 9 o'clock every day. So Dick, come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and share it, because then I'll be more likely to. Oh, how do you tip? You tip. Carl Berg is asking, how do you tip? You tip at www.gregspiro.live. That's my streaming platform. And if you do that, then it should show up on the screen. But yeah, so when I was touring with Halsey, one of the ways that I added depth to the music that we were creating was I would add chord substitutions, like stuff you'd never hear in the pop world. So when we went on, this was I think on an Australian TV show, and we were rehearsing, and a lot of the times they would tell me like, Greg, stop sneaking those chords in, and then I would pull it back, but I'd still sneak some in. And this is one of the ones that I snuck in that we'll go over tomorrow. Some people have been calling it was it Spirit Fingers or Mackay McCraven songs? Oh, it was when I was playing at that airport this is a fun thing that I'll do sometimes is when I'm in airports waiting on these tours and they have those pianos, I'll very often go to the pianos and just start playing and why not? And this was at the Frankfurt airport that Mika heard me playing and we started chatting, and it was probably. This is one of my favorite ones to play. I bet you I played this song. If anybody can recognize this song, I'll give you a shout out. Jonathan Olson, When I Fall in Love. Damn straight. Melvin Davis got it too. This one's for you, Mika. There's that whole counterpoint thing that I did on the... Oh, Carl Berg, thank you very much. So, Mr. Berg was my 5th grade teacher in grade school. He was one of the most amazing, profound teachers I have ever had in my life, and fostered so much creativity for me and so many other people. Box houses and just like brilliant guy. So what I was trying to do here, there's a counterpoint that I put together when I was in in college, for the end of this song, and it's kind of hard to remember. I didn't quite execute it. For those of you who really are listening, like, you probably noticed that it was weird, but it's like that. It's like, that's what it is. Hey, Penny Gilbert also got the name When I Fall in Love. Mr. Berg, if you have a request, I'll do one for you too. if so Mr. Berg, if you have a request, I'll play it for you. But otherwise, I'm gonna call this live stream because it's 9:38 and I've been going for a while. But if you come back tomorrow and have a request, I'll do that too. In fact, let's do that. We'll come back tomorrow, and I will see you. All right. Love you guys very much. Thank you very much for tuning in this morning for the quarantine show. I'm calling it the quarantine show now because we're all quarantined and we can be quarantined together and play some music and have some fun and talk to people. I'm probably being more social now than I've been when I wasn't in quarantine, which is really weird. But anyway, love you guys very much. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.